Hey everybody, welcome. So before I announce the winner and we dive into the next read, I just want to take this opportunity to say thank you. So thank you to all my beautiful, wonderful subscribers, everybody who has showed their support and their interest, and thank you to my beautiful mother-in-law, Frankie, for all of your love, encouragement, and support. It just means the world to me, you guys. So I very much appreciate it. And you have just absolutely blown me away this week with all the support that I have received. And I feel like it's the universe's way of telling me that this is something that I need to keep doing. So I've decided that from going forward, every single week, I'm going to give away one free read. So the parameters are still going to be the same. You guys have to be a subscriber and then just leave a comment saying that you are interested to be considered for this read. And then every Friday, I will randomly draw a name. And I'll make a separate video for it for Friday, just announcing who the winner is. Alrighty, so thank you guys again very much. You guys are absolutely amazing, and I appreciate all your love and your support. And best of luck to anybody who enters for next week. Okay, so we're going to announce the winner for the free private read for this week. And the name that was drawn was Kristen Bennett. Alrighty, so Kristen, what I need you to do is to go to the About page on my channel and find my email link and send me an email. And from there, you and I will discuss the details of your private read and get it all set up for you. Alrighty, guys. So, all that's set aside, all that's good to go. You all know about the new contest for next week and going forward. So now let's jump into our general read for today. Alright, and we'll see what Mama Universe has to say to us today. So Universe, what messages do you have for the beautiful, wonderful General Collective? You got some insight, maybe. Oh, I got some that won't go back in. So to me, that's my key to get going. I feel like that one wants to pop out too. So let's see what she has in store for you guys. So I have moving on, material and spiritual prosperity, fertility, heartache and loss, and rest and rejuvenate. So I feel like we're going to be talking about a new journey in life. I feel like the moving on and the fertility card are tied into that, into growing a new future, but I also feel healing it is going to be talked about in this read with this heartache and loss and this rest and rejuvenate. I think we're going to be talking about taking time to feed our soul and to heal our soul and our heart. I have destiny, mental conflict, truth. I have the chakra, which represents your emotions, desires, and creativity. And I have suffering and silence. So I definitely feel like this suffering and silence, this mental conflict, is tied into this heartache and loss. I feel like that truth is speaking not just to healing, but this new path that you're going to be taking in life, and making sure that it's something true to you, something that feeds your soul, something that you find fulfilling. Yeah, and I have the Five of Cups here, and the Five of Cups represents, well, most of the time he's a warning to me to not allow yourself to be stuck in negative emotions like this heartache, like this loss, so much so that you have trouble seeing positive opportunities around you and making positive changes in your life. I have the Lover's card, and I feel like the Five of Cups is tied into the Lover's card, is tied into this heartache and loss. So I feel like the catalyst for this journey, for this change, has been a relationship coming to an end and the heartache from that. But I can see success in your future. I can see success in your journey. I feel like this is a path that you are destined to take. And the Hanging Man card to me is representing that you are capable of finding that success in life. The only thing that could possibly hold you back is you. So it's tying into this Five of Cups and not allowing these emotions to hold you back from success in life. I have the King of Wands. The King of Wands speaks of passion and ambition and drive. I feel like the cards are telling you to define what that thing is in your life. that you feel passionate about. I feel like it's going to be something creative as well, tying into this chakra card. And I feel like it's telling you to go for that, to make that a huge part of this journey of yours. I feel like it's going to play an integral role in healing for you. I have the Judgment card. She's like karma. So she represents getting back what you put out into the universe. So I feel like she's also speaking to encouraging this change, encouraging moving in a more healing and fulfilling direction. And then the results that are going to come from that is going to be the healing of your heart, the healing of your soul, and this emotional and I feel like spiritual fulfillment too. It's like an inner peace that's going to come from this, and a calm. I have the Two of Cups. So the Two of Cups represents relationships, emotional relationships. Again, I feel like it ties into this heartache and loss. I have it next to the Justice card. And to me, the Justice card also ties into this relationship coming to an end. I see the word court when I look at it, so I feel like it's either a divorce, some kind of legal separation, something where you actually have to go through legal means to be able to separate. Maybe it's just separating assets. But I have the Nine of Swords here, and the Nine of Swords to me speaks of confusion, and it speaks of heartache. I feel like it's talking about the hurt that you're feeling right now and the confusion about where to go from here. Because the Knight of Wands to me represents moving on with your life and choosing a new path. I do have the Nine of Pentacles as well, and the Nine of Pentacles represents happiness and abundance. And I feel like this is the path that you're searching for. This is where the confusion lies, and you're not sure exactly what it is that's going to take you to that Nine of Pentacles, that happiness and that abundance. The Ten of Wands to me represents feeling overwhelmed and overburdened. So it's tied into that Nine of Swords and that confusion and the overwhelming feelings that go along with this kind of a life change, because it is a very big deal for you. It's a very big change, and it's quite scary. I have the Knight of Swords, and he speaks of being true to yourself. I feel like he's tied in with that Truth card, that inner truth, true to your soul. I feel like that's going to play a big part in you choosing a path, as the Two of Wands speaks to. And I do have the Magician card, and he represents having all the tools that you need to be successful in life. So to me, he ties in with that Hanging Man card. And that material and spiritual prosperity and destiny. It's the universe and tarot telling you that you can find success in your future. You are capable of having success, having happiness, having fulfillment. You have all the tools that you need to make it happen. I have the Four of Wands next to the Magician, and he represents a happy home life, setting down a solid foundation for a happy future. I have the Page of Swords here, and he can speak of delayed or disappointing news. I feel like he's speaking to a disappointment. He's speaking of the heartache. He's speaking of this relationship coming to an end. I do have the Five of Pentacles as well, and the Five of Pentacles represents going through a rough time financially. I feel like that's also tying into this change. It's also tying into the heavy feelings that you're feeling. It's tying into the burdens that you're experiencing. I have the Moon card here, and the Moon card represents things that are still unknown to us. I feel like maybe even this Justice card, there hasn't been a ruling yet. There hasn't been a closure that has allowed you to move forward. There's maybe some unknowns there. I feel like it's also speaking to the unknowns of you choosing your path. I feel like somewhere in there, there's an insight within you. There's an aha moment waiting to pop out, and I feel like soul searching is very important in finding it. Whatever it is you have to do to meditate and take time to be with your thoughts, I feel like it's very important that you do that, because I feel like that's where this clarity is going to come, and that clarity is going to produce a new beginning, a new life. I feel like it's also speaking to career. because I feel like this passion that you have, this thing that drives you, I feel like the cards are encouraging you to make that a career so that you can experience it every single day and make it a very important and involved part of your life. I feel like it's going to bring more fulfillment spiritually and emotionally as well. With that Nine of Pentacles, I feel like even money-wise, I feel like it's whatever it is, it's something that you're going to be able to earn a living doing. I have the Strength card here. To me, the Strength card is speaking of the inner strength that it's going to take for you to not only come to this realization, to find this insight, to understand what this thing is that you want to do, but then to move forward with this path as well. I have the Ten of Swords, and the Ten of Swords represents a disappointing ending, but one that was beneficial for you in the long run. I feel like it's speaking to this relationship coming to an end. And even though it absolutely hurts your heart, I feel like this was the catalyst that is sending you on this journey. This journey where you're going to find true fulfillment and happiness. I have the Eight of Wands. The Eight of Wands speaks to swift change. I feel like it's tying into the Justice card. I feel like it's tying into the Moon. I feel like there's a very important puzzle piece missing and an unknown element, and I feel like that's going to be coming into play right away. I have the Queen of Cups and the King of Cups, and in between them I have the Devil card. I feel like they're speaking to this relationship that came to an end. I think you were married, because it's the King and Queen of the same suit, but you guys were not soulmates. But I think you were married. That Devil card to me represents a destructive force. I feel like this person had a destructive force in your life. I feel like they held you back from your passions. They held you back from fulfillment as well. There was a lot of emotional strife here, because Cups represents emotions. I feel like there's very much an emotional unbalance in this relationship. Maybe a lot of arguing, maybe even emotional manipulation. I'm not entirely sure, but emotionally it was very unhealthy and it was destructive for you. So I feel like that's also tying into some of the healing that you have to do. And I also feel like that is why it's very important that you're pursuing this passion of yours once you can figure out what it is, because I feel like it's going to help in this healing of your heart and building you back up again. And I feel like these cards are talking about it as well. And this Seven of Pentacles represents an abundant harvest. So not just the abundance of the harvest, which I believe is speaking to an all-over success and happiness in your life, but it speaks to the groundwork that has to get put in to attain that abundant harvest. I feel like part of that, unfortunately, was this relationship coming to an end as well. And processing the hurt and processing the feelings. And being able to dig deep for this insight and to find your passion again in life, and then choosing to move forward in that direction, and making that a career path for you as well. I have the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups represents an emotional victory. I feel like it's speaking to this clarity and this insight that's going to come your way. I feel like it's going to bring you a new lease on life. I also feel like it ties into that unknown element that's missing too. I don't know if it's an aha moment, or I don't know if it's tied to this Justice card and a ruling in the courts, but I feel like it's tied into that. It's this puzzle piece when it falls into place. This is going to be your emotional victory that's going to help you on this journey as well. The Wheel of Fortune card represents your fortunes changing for the better, and I feel like it has a dual meaning. I feel like it ties into this puzzle piece that's going to fall into place, but I also feel like it ties into you choosing this path in life, like choosing to pursue this passion and this journey. I feel like that is also going to play a big part in changing your fortunes in life as well. And I have the Emperor card, and he is the epitome of success to me. So when he shows up in a read, he represents everything that success means to you, because this is your read. And he tells me that that is something that you are going to be able to have in your life. That is something that you can achieve. He ties into that King of Wands, that passion, that drive, and that ambition. I have positive movement forward of the throat chakra, which represents communication, patience, and planning, and the crown chakra, which speaks to spirituality. I feel like these chakras go together, because I feel like it's going to be almost a spiritual realization for you as well, what this passion is. And I feel like the throat chakra is speaking to being able to discover that and communicate it to yourself, so that you know what it is and you can move forward and pursue it. That patience and planning ties in to that King of Wands and planning this new future for yourself, pursuing this new avenue that's going to be more fulfilling. And the positive movement forward card to me is always about the universe encouraging you to move in a more positive direction in your life, finding healing and happiness. Alrighty guys, that's what the cards said to me. I hope that you enjoyed the read. Please feel free to comment if it resonated with you. I would love to hear about it. And if you're interested in the draw for next week for a free private read, remember to subscribe and leave a comment saying that you're interested. Alrighty, take care guys.